Hello and welcome to an exciting panel where we will discuss on how to enhance the customer journey through the lens of gaming. My name is Michael Lee. I am the Associate Director of Media and Tech Strategy here at Movable Inc. And here we're on stage, we have Alvi Mahon from Paddy Power and also Tom Hargreaves from Sky Betting and Gaming. All right, let's roll the dice and let's get rolling.
Thank you, Michael. Yeah, and hello, everyone. My name is Alvi Mahon, as has been said. I'm the Customer Marketing, Creation and Innovation Manager at Paddy Power. It's a mouthful of a job title, but whose isn't these days, to be honest? I've been with Paddy Power nearly like 4.5 years or so now, so working across CRM and gaming, going into then sportsbook and retail, managing a team that we build and design all communications that go across the Paddy Power brand, and that's pretty much myself.
Cheers, Alvi. I'm Tom. I'm the CRM Strategy Manager at Sky Bet. I've worked in CRM and commercial marketing for 6.5 years, 5 years of which have been at Sky Bet. And across that whole time, I've worked really, really closely with Movable Inc. And done some amazing things together. Alvi and I, even though we're competitors as bookies, we actually work underneath the same company umbrella, which is Flutter Entertainment, which houses entertainment companies across UK and Ireland, America, and even Australia.
Great. And how long have you been partners of Movable Inc. for, and what's that journey been like so far?
Yeah, so our relationship with Movable Inc. has evolved considerably over the years. When it all started, we would send batch emails with no personalization to our customers, and overall was a really poor customer experience. Our CDP housed absolutely profound amount of transactional data. We just had no way of enabling it visually, which was where Movable Inc. came in. Since then, we've enabled considerably within email marketing, also in push notification, web, and in our app. We've won awards together. We deliver 60% of our outbound and inbound marketing through the technology, and we have really exciting plans for 2023, the World Cup, and literally beyond.
Yeah, and just to echo Tom's statements there, we've been on a great journey as well so far at Movable Inc. We started properly shaping our CRM strategy around leveraging Movable Inc. Around 4 years ago. We kind of went into gaming, started with basic, first names, as people were saying earlier, very basic in that. And so once we got into it and we started changing our business, we moved into sportsbook and really looking at how we could develop and build out these personalized journeys for our customers. We used to have to wait weeks and weeks on SLAs for our developers. Then we reskilled our team within CRM. We created designers, we created developers, and it's been a great journey so far, and it's only just still going, to be honest. It's
definitely a big transformation and a phenomenal journey. So, Tom, what's some of the most exciting projects you've worked on with Movable Inc.?
Yeah, so myself and Alvi are going to take you through some of our sort of historic campaigns across one-to-one personalization, and then how we've evolved with the technology across more channels. So here, just double checking which side this is on. On your left, you've got an example here of a value statement where we've used transactional data to talk to customers about how they've performed in the most recent game of Super 6, which we're going to hear a little bit more about later on. In the middle, you've got a communication which is delivered at scale, whereby our data strategy team surface an event ID for a customer's favorite team. Movable Inc. then call APIs and suggest the next teams that would build an accumulator, and it becomes a recommended offer. So that means that Michael would get one for Liverpool, I'd get one for Hartlepool, and Alvi.
We'll see.
We'll see, yes. And then on the right, you've got one-to-one scratch-off. So this is an example here where Movable Inc. have taken our custom font in a really brand-led campaign. This was a huge TV campaign for us, and it's a one-to-one scratch-off campaign that delivered pretty phenomenal results for us from an engagement point of view, which then corresponded into commercial upsides. And then moving on, I think Movable Inc. itself lends itself perfectly to the industry, given the sports world and in particular live odds moves so frequently. On the left there, I think CSV-powered marketing is certainly the direction that we're looking to go. We sort of stole that one from our friends in Betfair. We're delivering that within email, and then we're going to look to be doing that within obviously our app and central image placements. In the middle there, you've got on-site and in-app. So those central image placements that you see there are the first things that a customer see when they come to the site. So that is going to be from a Movable Link point of view, it's calling the API and finding the most the recommended offer for a customer that they'll see when they come to the app. So obviously it lends itself perfectly to the sports betting world. Offer recommenders, which is something Alvy's going to touch on as well. I think in that example there, you've got combining the top 4 most backed horse racing markets into an accumulator. At the point the customer interacts, they're getting live returns from a £5 bet. And then on the right, push notification is where we've started to leverage Movable Link as well. We're in the process of migrating to urban airship at the moment. And once we've done that, we really think we can produce a bit of a step change in terms of how we use push notification at Sky Bet.
These are great examples, and as a Liverpool fan, I think it's safe to say that Jamie Carragher's facial expression pretty much sums up Liverpool's season so far. Anyways, Alvy, what about yourself?
Yeah, like to echo kind of generosity for the Paddy Power brand is like a key message that we champion consistently throughout our like communications to our customer. And on the left side is kind of here, we have our Paddy's Rewards Club. So this is our loyalty program that delivers a hyper-personalized, engaging communication and automated journey across all channels. And so here we have our Monday payout mail, which is consistently our highest performing mail we send out to our customers. It also lends itself to year-end reviews and value statements. So we want to champion our customers like winning, champion their bets, champion what they've done with our brand. And we do this through automated value statements throughout and powered also with API technology. Then also, as Tom said, we have game recommenders. So if you've played on a slot game, we'll recommend you what's the next one you want to try. Have you tried this game? And we worked with Movable Link to develop that bespoke application for us. And then finally, for anyone who's a horse racing fan no response. So Cheltenham, anyway, is a big deal in the sports betting industry. And it happens like once a year, but our Irish and UK customers are very different. They're very different how we talk to them. And being able to give that localized content, either tone of voice, we're a social brand in a way, and being able to value tier and target our messaging through that for Cheltenham, the biggest time of our year, is hugely important. And then also as well, innovation. So like this is the stuff that gets me excited. Like it's, as I said, it's in my job title, so I have to be. But this is the stuff where you can just work with Movable Link and like pick their brains. I know even Neil yesterday at lunchtime, I was picking his brain on how can we do something again. And I've yet to hear a no. It might happen in the future, but not yet. But like we've been able to develop some custom applications, like our Beat the Drop. It's a free-to-play game, powers and delivers the next game, next question for the customer. Our very funny social team, if anyone follows us on social, we need to surface their content on site, and we've got a bespoke YouTube application that pulls in content. We also have API-powered content, as I've said, like through daily jackpot tickers, live power prices, live odds, and then our Bet Builder application. So for anyone who doesn't know what a Bet Builder is, it's an accumulator of different selections, and it adds up and creates an odds for the customer. And it's a huge part of what we do, and we want to create an app that instantly adds it to the bet slip. And so this application, we worked with Movable Link to develop this, and also who doesn't like Peter Crouch trying to fit in a bathtub? But anyway, web message, last thing is multi-channel. So multi-channel, we haven't really in the past years been able to utilize it, but with Movable Link we've been able to power our content. So this is a Bingoton web message that we deliver that's hyper-personalized on desktop, mobile, time targeting, countdown timers. And again, as I said, like the innovations is what kind of really drives our dynamic content with Movable Link.
Again, these are great campaigns, and I love the innovations, but what does it all mean for all of your brands?
Yeah, like the numbers kind of, they say, speak for themselves, to be cliche, but like email click uplifts, we've seen over 41% increase thanks to powering our content through Movable Link, which is huge for us. And also thanks to like our strengthening of what we do with Movable Link. So like, and even more important, and I know it was touched upon in sessions earlier, as the resource saving, like being able to save time for your designers, for your CRM executives to build out more campaigns, cutting it by over half is huge for us, and it allows us to upskill and be changing, because sportsbook changes non-stop, and being able to save that resource to be agile, it kind of really speaks for itself. And I know Tom has similar thoughts.
Yeah, similar to what Alvy's saying there. I think the 20 custom Movable Link apps that have been built are literally campaigns whereby without Movable Link technology, we wouldn't have been able to deliver them. And I think obviously from an automation point of view, it's fantastic, but that average engagement increase there, that's every single time we enable Movable Link technology across any of our channels, that's the benchmark for us, is around 70% increase. And at the sort of customer volumes that we're talking about here, given the scale of our business, that is, huge amounts more customers seeing our content, connecting with it, which obviously is, from a business point of view, is huge commercial upsides.
Yeah, these are definitely fantastic results, and I appreciate there's a responsibility to drive engagement, to delight your customers, as well as driving revenue. But equally, there's a responsibility to look after your customers and their well-being. Can you shed some light on the latter?
Yeah, definitely. Like Paddy Power, to a lot of people, if you know, we're a brand that we're mischievous. We like to have the crack, or fun for anyone who's not Irish. And we poke fun like at the world of sport and everything around. But like one area that we take very seriously is safer gambling and our responsibility to our customers. And so last year we needed and wanted to make a step change in how we surface our safer gambling tools and messages to our customers, and like to personalize it at a level that we've never done before. And just like for anyone, when this slides in, if anyone doesn't know what safer gambling is, and I'm sure there's people in the room who've never gambled at that and don't understand what it is. So like at Flutter UK and I, safer gambling means our customers and our colleagues are having fun and feeling control in how they play. And people might, I don't know, might not know why like people gamble. Like, and so there's 5 key areas why a customer might gamble with Paddy Power or Skybet, and it could be competition, could be entertainment, social reasons, financial, or relaxation. And so these areas like this, we need to surface our tools for these customers to keep them safe and gamble in a fun and a controlled environment. And our past, which I'm going to show now, I know again it was mentioned earlier about plain text. Like we had our before on the left, it was like it served its purpose. It was one to many. The personalization just didn't exist. It's giving the customers the safer gambling tools that they needed to see. And it wasn't the messaging we wanted. It's hard to dissect, it's hard to read. And so we needed to put this at the forefront of our customers' journey and put these tools for where they need to see them. So as you can see on the right, we started utilizing Movable to really step change this communication. So cross-channel, device targeting, location targeting, image personalization, time targeting. This mail is it's a combination of complete different parts, and everything is personalized to the customer. And as you can see on the next one, which is a very impressive Sankey diagram, which has been new to my vocabulary, gives you a visual representation of all the different combinations we have and how a customer can see a different safer gambling tool, where they fall in our reactive and proactive model that churns through hundreds of thousands of data points and delivers this personalized message to our customer. And so how does CRM play its important part in safer gambling? It's very important. It's at the core of it. And firstly, we have a one-to-one personalized safer gambling customer journey that's powered by this proactive and reactive model. We have a multi-channel and scalable, which we've never been able to do before, that scalable CRM strategy. And then also, like it said before, but it's the core of it, we're able to serve the right message at the right time to keep safer gambling at the forefront of our customer's journey. And just to kind of this quote, we've now developed an industry-leading safer gambling CRM strategy that utilizes the power of Movable Link. It wouldn't have been possible without, to deliver this hyper-personalized, proactive and reactive communication across multiple channels and a scale that we just couldn't do before, as you can see.
Such a great quote. I'd love to hear more about the multi-channel.
Yeah, so the multi-channel, we never, as I said before, we never had this multi-channel part. And web messaging, it's such a piece of safer gambling because it's right there when they log in and open in, and they can't avoid it in a way, which is brilliant because we want to surface these tools to our customers. So all these messages are again based off our model, personalized depending on where you fall into the journey. And that's what it means for our safer gambling strategy. So we've seen an 83% even uplift in click rates since February of this year, even with our safer gambling reactive communications. Most important, probably the biggest stat here, is the 5% increase in safer gambling engagement on the tools, which is what we want our customers to use. And we've given them more touch points to surface our customer safer gambling tools to our customer with 10% more points they can access the safer gambling tools. And this doesn't just stop with our automated communications and journeys. It's also in our BAU and day-to-day. Next week is Safer Gambling Week, and Movable Link will be at the core and heart of how we deliver personalized safer gambling messages through the next week. So it is a core responsibility that we take very seriously with the brand.
And it's such an incredibly important message, and I'm glad that we're able to help you surface that important message to the right customers. Tom, you mentioned earlier about an award-winning campaign. Love to dive deep into that and understand what makes it an unbelievable campaign.
Cheers, Michael. So For those that don't know, Super 6 is a free-to-play game where we challenge customers to predict 6 correct scores. If you do that, you're going to win £250,000. It's really as simple as that. We had a winner last week. So if you haven't downloaded the app, I'd advise you all to do it now.
Or Paddy Power.
Yeah. The key thing with this is correct scores and results also score you points. So we have so much transactional data on our customers that there's so many angles for us to personalise our marketing. A really exciting thing, and I'm unsure how many people know about him, but it's also brand led by our very own Jeff Stelling, who's a bit of a hero of the Sky Bet brand.
And Tom, for those who are not familiar with Jeff Stelling, who is he?
Well, if you don't know who Jeff Stelling is, you're going to be very confused for the next 5 minutes or so because he's all over the slides. So Jeff Stelling is the presenter of Sky Sports Soccer Saturday. So you see him as a staple on Saturday on Sky Sports News. He's the brand talent, the lead brand talent, I should say, for Sky Bet. So you see him on all our TV adverts. He's also a Hartlepool United fan, which as a fellow sufferer myself, I'm obviously a big fan of. But anyways, let's get into it. So this is where we were in 2018. We were sending batch emails of Super 6, just pushing the jackpot with no customer personalisation, ultimately a poor customer experience. And at the start of last season, the business challenge that we had was how can we create more reasons for our customers to play the game? We were seeing considerable customer churn from around the 4-round point onwards, where customer research was suggesting that customers were saying, we want more reasons to play the game, the jackpot's impossible to win, etc., etc. So we took it on and we said, let's create some mini games and a fully gamified experience that literally creates a product within our CRM. So I've got some examples here. Entry Streets Challenges was consistently speaking to customers about how many how many rounds they did in succession last season, can you beat it? Constantly prioritized within the messaging. We even launched a loyalty program that was only housed within the CRM, literally just points tiers as you built up through the season. We had You versus Your Friends, which was a particular favourite of mine, and I don't think it's seen in the industry right now currently, where we're literally using other customers' data to pit you against your friends. Round milestones, so this was essentially moments of history within your own Super 6 history, if you like, calling out things that you potentially you wouldn't even know about, considering it isn't on the product, and none of it would have been possible without the help of Movable Inc. So here we are, this is the Streets journey, but I think it's so much more than that. There's over 10 Movable Inc apps at play within this. We had support from our data science team, and it took 2 years of evolution to get there. We've won 2 successive EGR awards for this, and we're going for the DigiDay Awards this year. So something that we're really proud of here. So let's get into it then. So what we're going to do is going to run through CRM channel by channel in terms of how we enabled this. First of all is automated email. The key headline here is that no customer would see the same email more than once across a whole football season. We had 150 different message variants prioritized within our CDP, basically saying what is the next best challenge for a customer to see within the email channel. It was fully automated as well. All contextual information was pulled through from an API, calling the site at the moment that the customer chose to interact. So yeah, we're going to deep dive into a few of those different variants that I spoke about just then. So first of all, you've got You versus Yourself. So this is, like we say, in the next round you can beat your street challenge from last season. You're 7 points away from getting into the next loyalty program, and literally just challenging you against yourself within the game. My personal favourite, You versus Jeff Stelling. This was personalised emails from him yourself, so the day after the round, you'd receive an email from Jeff Stelling, whether you'd won, lost, you'd have a suitably happy or sad Jeff Stelling greeting you based on if you beat him, lost, or didn't play, which I think it was a campaign that was full of character. And You versus Your Friends. So this was where we used Movable Inc literally to create leaderboards within the comms. So we provided them the data. It would put you in a leaderboard, and Movable Inc would work out if you were within touching distance. So I could be in a relegation battle against Michael, know that there's 25 points available, and it would tell you that, saying you've got 25 points up for grabs, enter the next round, and you go ahead of Michael, who's 7 points ahead of you. And this was probably one of the bravest things we did with the campaign. We used social proofing. So all of this personalised information that we were serving customers, they were able to share it across WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, and email, which was, yeah, like I say, putting the marketing in the hands of the customer.
And we know social proofing is a great way to drive engagement and FOMO. But in your case, it also created an interesting story. What is that?
Yeah, so like we say, it was probably a brave thing for us to do. We had situations at the start of the season where people were sharing it on Twitter and obviously taking the mick out of their friends. We also had a situation where people were tagging Jeff Stelling in directly, so his Twitter handle was getting, absolute hammer, which he wasn't really teed up for either. But anyways, digress and move on. So when we further into the season, we signed with Movable Link to deliver within push notification. So what we had there was a situation where we could do one push notification, send it to our customer base, and all of those different message variants would prioritize for our customers. So we were starting to move into the omni-channel world. We then started delivering this within our Sky Bet app. So when we signed with Movable Link within our web message, as you see there, all the same messages just being delivered within the application, which was probably when the product team started to sit up and take notice and think, they've got something here that is gonna, is really powerful and is a great success. And what did it all mean? So it was a record-breaking commercial success, the highest number of Super 6 entries that we've seen versus control ever. And going back to the problem statement at the start of the presentation, we got a 20% increase in customers playing every single round available to them, which ultimately with no sort of financial incentive or anything else to really go at. This was purely through just hyper-personalization, delivered at scale to customers, that they continue to play the game irrespective of whether they couldn't or could win the jackpot. And then probably the most exciting thing was that it was such a success that our product team threw a load of budget towards it to deliver it as a fully playable feature of the app. And we probably got to the point where we'd gamified the CRM so much that it didn't even link up with the site anymore. It was almost a bit of a poor customer experience because we'd gone so far within the channel. So product delivered us the Performance Hub, which was the central area for us to push customers to. So everything that we delivered within the CRM was now live on site. So something that we're really proud of in terms of creating that purely from the CRM and seeing it on site.
This is a true masterclass on how to create an award-winning campaign, and good luck with the Digiday Awards. Now finally, we've been through so much together over the last at least 6 years. What does 2023 and beyond look like for you guys?
Yeah, the future is kind of bright, as I say. Definitely on a Paddy Power side, we're moving in, as Tom was saying, about content, like being able to power on-site and on-site banners and carousels with Movable Link. So we've been pushing that this year, and next year is a big focus of us, using Movable Link stories and CSV data sources to be able to give that personalized journey on-site and through email. So if you're a sportsbook, if you're a football customer, you're going to see a different journey, obviously, within our mails that impacts then on site. So they're the key areas we're focused on next year, which is a huge driver for us, and also being hopefully able to leverage Movable Link through push messaging, which we haven't done in our brand, but it's something that I know I'm really excited and trying to get our hands on as well. So that's for us there.
Yep, and from a Sky Bet point of view, we're going to be following Paddy Power into the world of Movable Link stories next year. So being able to create customer profiles of customers that are on site and retarget that within our CRM. For the World Cup, we're going to be creating a content hub, which is everything that we've delivered within email, housed within a landing page to create a real rich content experience, which for the business is absolutely massive. And then finally, the one to call out here is we're going to be allowing the customers to drive the commercial strategy using polls and the optimizer within the platform. So we'll obviously put it live with 2 different selections. Customers can choose which one they prefer. The following morning, the winning selection will be delivered purely to our email subscriber base as a loyalty tactic the following morning. And I think the final thing I'd say on that is going back to how the journey worked with Super 6, where we created something that could be a product feature within the CRM. I think this could well be the next one that, if it's a success within the CRM channel, will be the next product feature on Sky Bet.
A fantastic journey over the last couple of years, and thank you for sharing the stage with us today. Please give them a big round of applause.